Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel, or welcome in if you're new. I'm Channie and today we're watching Casual Geographic. This is the funniest animal on earth. I'm sorry. Let's just jump into it. I wonder which type of monkey he's gonna be talking about though. Oh, I'm also watching this live on twitch.tv/chanzonia with my Twitch chat. Look at them down here. I know my model is looking up, but do join us next time if you have the time. We do live reactions every Saturday. Other times of the week, I'm usually gaming. Yeah, but on Saturdays, if you're just interested in reactions, that's when we watch them.
Show me someone who's never seen this.
Bro, I never knew they could do that. Maybe not all of them, but some of them I guess can do that. It's giving frog. You guys know when frogs go ribbit, ribbit, you know, and they do this expansion
With their eyes, and I'll show you a child that got left behind. The school system's failing, and this is proof.
Monkey.
Did you know the average kid in America doesn't know about this harmonizing homunculus? Arguably one of the greatest gifts nature ever gave.
Wait.
Yet they remain.
Is that a spider monkey? Are these spider monkeys with the long arms? I don't really know much about monkeys, but yeah, I'm gonna throw a guess out there and say that it's a spider monkey. We will see.
Disrespected and unaccepted. Well, not today.
I run like
Someone
that.
has to stand up for this comic relief, rough
You
draft,
run like
auditory
that.
onslaught of a primate, and you already know I will. I mean, that's a gibbon. You're probably familiar with the great apes, but in case you're not, they include
Silverback
gorillas,
gorilla.
chimps, bonobos, i.e. chimps with a
Ah.
different R rating, and this guy.
Oh my god.
Together,
It's an
along with
orangutan, no?
humans,
No,
they
that's
make
an
up the
orangutan,
great ape
right?
group.
That's an
Great ape.
orangutan.
The name only an ape could come up with. But along the way, someone got snubbed, and this is actually live footage of
Ding
it happening.
dong.
You are freaking
Great apes.
Bro, why did he...
plus Mark.
Mark. Plus Mark.
You know what I'm saying? Which
And Mark
I'm
is
rocking
that
with
one.
Mark, because Mark is rocking with us.
Wait, hold on. Let me...
You know what I'm saying? Which I'm rocking.
That's a chimpanzee, a orangutan, silverback gorilla, and... I don't know if this is the same one he showed in the beginning. Is it the same? I don't know. The one that was doing like the weird hand movement was... It had like white sides. Like that one looked like a... I guess spider monkey, if my assumption is correct. But this one looks a bit different, so I don't know.
Rocking with Mark, because Mark is rocking with us.
Yeah, Gibbons got gatekept from the great ape lunch
Look
table.
at this,
Science
look at
says
it
it's because of their
balance.
relatively smaller size, lower
So
intelligence.
cute.
Ouch. And real talk, I think they're just too goofy for the other apes to want to be associated. But being
Ew. I'm gonna run it back because I think he said the name and I missed it, but bro just pooped while walking.
associated.
Ew,
But being
that's so
tailless means Gibbons aren't
disgusting.
monkeys either, and instead got classified as lesser apes. That's already flagrantly flippant, but there's about 20 species of lesser apes. They're all gibbons. Apparently, this drunk toddler of an ape
Is
was
he
such an
saying
affront to the
gibbons or
family.
gibbons?
Folks created an entirely new category to put them in and slap them with the lesser label. Well, I'm gonna argue this
Lesser
tiger taunting, vocal cord
monkey.
flaunting, terminally trolling, usually barrel rolling primate.
Oh
might just
my
be the
god, did they
primate.
just do a
Now, to
cartwheel
be
on
fair,
that
gibbons
rope?
are that one weird kid in class. They're like the missing link between apes and monkeys, but if evolution went on a side quest, gibbons break a lot of the rules.
Wait, apes and monkeys are not the same thing? I'm getting so lost. Nodders? They're not? Wait. What? Nope? What's the difference? YouTube, please let me know down in the comments, and also suggest videos that could explain it more, because what do you mean? I always thought an ape and a monkey is the same thing. Like, it's just interchangeable words. Oh my goodness. We're learning.
Rules of being an ape. They have low sexual dimorphism, meaning the males and females are about the same size. They don't build nests to sleep. They put in about as much effort as pigeons.
The
The
I
males and
actually
females
curl
are
up
about
like
the
that
same
to sleep.
size. They don't build nests to
Wait,
sleep.
not
They
this
put
one.
in about as
This one. I curl up like this to sleep. It's bad. It's a really bad posture to have when sleeping, I think. But it's so comfy. I don't know. It's comfy to just like curl up like this.
much effort as pigeons. They're monogamous, allegedly.
Monogamous,
We'll get to that.
allegedly.
And they
Oh.
basically spend their entire lives in the trees. Could have sworn they let the O-ring slide for that, but that's none of my business. They're also anatomical
scary.
anomalies with a wingspan worthy of an infringement lawsuit from Go-Go Gadget. We call them lesser, but let's be glad they're still alive. Because uncovering a fossil that could jump
Oh
rope its own
my
skeleton,
God.
that Jumanji junk would have put us in another pandemic. You don't realize how long a gibbon's arms are until, well, one, you get slapped by one, but also until you put them next to a person for scale. but having joints longer than a prohibition for Peter Griffin is great for one thing, and it's kind of the thing Gibbons are known for. Like I said, Gibbons are completely arboreal, and there's actually a name for how they get from A to B. Brachiate. Calling it monkey bars is an insult. If you did this as a kid, you were on Gibbon timing.
I never was able to do this, like, ever. I could only do 2 bars and then I fell down.
Bars is an insult. If you
Even as an adult, fell 2 bars and I fell down. It's bad.
The fastest things in the trees without wings. At 35 miles per hour, the tree goblin can brachiate
Look
fast
at them go though.
School zone. And they'll yeet themselves up to 30 feet between trees. Forget a leap of faith, that's a leap of fortune. Specialized shoulders and wrists allow them to treat the jungle as their personal gym. It also helps that they're built like a CrossFit cryptid with the longest arms of any ape. If the average 5'4" woman adopted its build, she'd flex a 10'7" wingspan. And if you lived like one, you'd be parkouring off the cables of the Brooklyn Bridge. But they're not free from fall damage, and it's estimated most gibbons break a bone at some point in their lives. Gets even crazier when you realize mothers will pull these—
Wait, I just realized a lot of animals probably like break bones, get infections, get super ill. Do they have like their own systems of, like, I don't know, someone who takes care of them? Like, do they have their own types of doctors, or are they just like a raw dog pain their whole life? Because, like, I know some people like can kind of like, if the fracture or the broken, I guess fracture, broken, you kind of need to go to the doctor. But if it's like a mild fracture, sometimes like it can like heal on its own or something like that. So yeah, I don't know. Do they just thug it out, really? That sounds, I don't know, it's so sad.
Stunts with a whole baby in tow. And speaking of babies, you know how we always say animals use play as preparation for the life they'll live?
Look at the baby.
Baby gibbons will not only learn
tiny
to brachiate by chasing each other through the trees, they'll also intentionally let go of branches to catch themselves. But what even makes gibbons play a lifelong game of floor is lava? Well, like orangutans, they realize it's way safer to have your ops beat gravity and time than touch tiger country downstairs and get murked by a feline. Because gibbons would rather run away than
big cat. Meow meow.
Huh?
Oh!
Gibbons are actually extremely territorial, and that, along with them having a 99 agility stat, is how you get the only animal alive that can vibe check a tiger and live to do it twice. Technically, it's mobbing behavior.
Just bonk him.
A predator using the power of
Boops
parkour.
them.
But the execution makes them move like
Yo,
Spider-Man
the
minus
tail
morale.
pulley.
They're morale-less, but the only miles is how far they can drive a striped delete button crazy. Show me a great ape that can taunt a tiger. Many have tried. Most have died. A whole apex predator and twig ninja just ear-pulled them like a delinquent.
Oh
they don't
my
play favorites.
god.
Gibbons have also been recorded harassing clouded leopards getting too close, although I'm pretty sure that was trying to sleep and got hit with the long arm of audacity. Because if you think they only use their powers for protection, gibbons are the most unapologetic trolls in the animal kingdom. We told them they're the great ape's little brother, and now they done made it their personality. No other way to explain this. Porcupines are better protected against lions than versus a tree-happy instigator. Even a so-called great ape can end up looking pretty stupid around a lesser. Gibbons are an impulsive thought come to life. They don't think it, they just do it. Fun fact, this is the Memphis.
That sounded like a horn.
They even warn you to stay off the glass because he'll literally injure himself trying to jump scare you. You know nature made you crack, but you're the only mammal alive that can go band for band with a cat.
No, let him
regard for
be. Don't
feline rights.
bully.
You've never seen a cat this outmatched. And they'll easily play Matador with your dog. I love it because there's no scientific reason for them to be like this other than gibbons are all about the dickery. Except with mice. You know, put a mouse in front of them, things suddenly stop being funny. But with arms like that, they'll always keep it humorous. But there is one animal that forms the most unlikely friendship with them. Or maybe not. Because on paper, gibbons and orangutans actually have a lot in common. They live in the same area code, they're both for the trees, and orangutan actually translates to man of the forest. At the same time, some like—
Wait, really? Man of the forest? I thought orangutan was just because they're orange. Orangutan, you know, orangutan, orangutan. Bro, my whole life has been a lie. I thought apes and monkeys the same. I thought orangutan is because it's orange. What is going on? What is going on?
The trees, and orangutan actually translates to man of the forest. At the same time, some, like the Hulak gibbon, have been affectionately nicknamed the little man of the forest. But their personalities are so opposite, they honestly belong in a buddy comedy. Gibbons are hyper-athletic, flyweight, and the fastest moving animals in the trees. Orangs are the largest, the mascots of stoicism, and yo, I swear they could talk, they just don't want to deal with taxes. Polar opposites,
I agree.
Yet time and time again, wild gibbons and
I think
orangutans
all animals are just like looking at us
I like to think the fact
look
that
at
they
them
don't
paying
compete the same foods means they don't really have a reason to have beef, and a lot of zoos will actually assign them together as roommates. Another reason orangutans are chill like that: if gibbons suddenly get accepted into the Great Ape Club, I think you know who pulled the strings for them. And you think orangutans will find a sentient sugar rush annoying, and that gibbons might find Bigfoot's understudy intimidating. But not only do they play with each other, they even trust each other with their own children.
Really? That's so cute.
With baby gibbons, and gibbons really be rocking with an infant Cheeto ape. There's even one gibbon in the Brookfield Zoo that'll leave his enclosure just to visit the orangutans next door. But there's at least one other ape gibbons bond with. In some places, wild gibbons will actually become habituated with humans to the point where they'll regularly drop by and groom their favorites. Galia was a hula gibbon who was famous because every day she'd come down from the trees, hobble over to the locals, and provide a free hour-long salon service, starting with Ubeshwar Ningda, the man who protected her as an orphan. It hits different when you realize grooming is how gibbons reinforce social bonds in a family. Now, it is bittersweet since it likely took her entire actual family getting put on a shirt for her to get to that point, and we'll get back to that. But I'd say that's pretty damn great for a lesser ape. Even dogs aren't immune to a gibbon act of goodwill. And now that you're familiar with them, I think we can go ahead and meet all the types of gibbons, or as many as my attention span will allow. This is a Siamang. They're the heavyweights of the
I'll probably not remember any of these names by the end of the video, most likely. I'm really bad with names. But I'll try to remember how they look like or some characteristics to try to describe them. But I'll try to pick a favorite by the end.
It's at a whopping 30 pounds. They're the ones with that throat scrub, or as I like to call it, the chesticle.
The chesticle? When I say chesticle while gaming, I usually mean finding a chest, you know, with loot. But calling a body part that they're making a sound out, like from a chesticle, is crazy work. Casual Geographic, you're wilding. You're wilding.
It's a pouch that works like an amplifier to broadcast their call. And clearly nature had an off day when it spawned a frog monkey that looks like one of Ben's 10. As much as I like them, this would be terrifying to have fly over your head. It's a reminder that even the comic relief of the apes could scramble your face if they really wanted to. But I think nature knew it animated Slenderman's shadow a little too well, because it went ahead and gave them the most unserious vocal stim you've ever heard.
Sounds funny, 1. 2, I don't know how often you guys cry, but you ever cry and sob so hard that you kind of just like grasping for air like this instead? Or is it just me when I I'm like hard sobbing that I'm like grasping for air and hyperventilating? Is it just me? No? Oh. Y'all don't just... That emote? No, that's literally me. I'm like, please. And like, it's so hard to breathe. But, alright. Great. Good to know it's just me. But YouTube, do let me know. If you do cry and start like, you know, sobbing crazy, do you also hyperventilate like this? Or no?
This is a northern white
oh my
cheek
god, they're
which
so
definitely
funny.
For sure is not venomous.
White cheeked Gibbon. Oh, okay, so it was not a spider monkey.
Curious, the babies are all born white. After about a year or two, they turn black. The males stay that way, but the
interesting. Okay.
Females eventually revert back to their cream colorway, proving the once widely accepted scientific theory wrong.
Looks like venom from afar.
You can go back. This is a skywalker.
Oh my, I didn't even clock it. I didn't even clock what he said till after. I'm like, huh? Brother. Casual Geographic, you're killing me. You're killing me, bro.
You're wrong. You can go back. This is a Skywalker gibbon, and yes, they were discovered in 2017 by a group of scientists who apparently love Star Wars that much. The namesake of Luke was found in Myanmar, Southeast Asia, and it's believed there's less than 200 of them. But they're not as bad as the Hainan gibbon, which isn't just the rarest ape, but one of the mammals closest to getting discontinued, with less than 40 of them. Crazy thing is, it used to be worse. They went from a couple thousand in the 1950s to where you could count on both hands how many were left by the 70s. Again, we got the Hulot gibbon. I like their face. The silvery gibbon. I like their hair. Good thing they max out at 2 feet. Any taller, we'd be having Yeti conversations. And lastly, the pileated gibbon, because in my opinion, they have the coolest call.
That sounds so cool. Yo, this would go crazy on ASMR streams, I'm telling you. This would do numbers in ASMR stream.
Now at this point you might be wondering, why do Gibbons call it all? Well, that's the second thing they're known for. The reason for it, well, you have a lock on your door, some have a gate, but Gibbons, nah, they mark territory off straight. It's actually the same reason male lions roar, to tell outsiders that they best keep it that way. Except Gibbons will often do it as a duet, and sometimes they'll get the kids involved and make it a family matter.
That's so cute, it's like a family choir.
If you live next to a zoo with Gibbons, you've definitely heard it. And remember, they're territorial, so if you hoot back at them, you might just end up going band for band with a broadcasting tree siren. Hey, post-production cashier, don't do that. Not only will you offend them, it's like showing teeth to a gorilla, but Gibbons are capable of doing something.
We're not supposed to show teeth to a gorilla? Oh, I didn't know that. Noted. So if I go to a zoo and there's a gorilla, I should not smile. Okay. Noted. Thanks for the information.
Think about it. In 2011, a Gibbon escaped a Malaysian zoo after being taunted and severely mauled a child. And while I will spare you all the details, I will say his mom had to carry pieces of his thigh in a plastic bag. The odds are low, but they're not zero. So yeah, best keep the singing to the Gibbons. It's a big deal for them. They spent actual years of their lives perfecting it. It's very much giving albatross marriage dance. In some species, Mama Gibbon will help her daughters practice with their version of singing lessons, where the daughter tries to match her mother's pitch. For male Gibbons, they learn by imitating the male figures around them. After years in the lab, they're able to come together and make the sound you've heard in every movie's jungle scene ever. There's something about the fact that males and females spend years perfecting their songs, and when they do come together, the songs just fit each other perfectly. These duets become a verbal vow renewal as the songs help reinforce their pair bond. And that's the third thing Gibbons are known for. They're the only apes that are monogamous.
So cute! It's so cute! Look at them wrapping their hands around each other. So cute.
Reinforce their pair bond. And that's the
not gonna lie to you, I've seen a few.
These duets.
Y'all ever seen marriage or wedding photo shoots and then like the husband and the bride just be posing like this, like hugging each other with one hand here, one hand? Am I the only one thinking of those kind of photo shoots here?
Become a verbal vow renewal as the songs help reinforce their pair bond. And that's the third thing Gibbons are known for.
Look at this. This one is so cute.
Can you imagine a Gibbon seeing another Gibbon and just making it work? No other ape, not gorillas, chimps, definitely not bonobos.
On prom night, I've never went to prom, so but yeah, I guess maybe in prom too.
So the whole monogamy thing came from researchers watching a group and witnessing a couple only getting active with each other. Except what they didn't realize was by being around these Gibbons constantly, the Gibbons eventually got used to the people and would get way closer than they usually would. The problem is the other Gibbons that weren't as chill with humans would see this and treat the human habituated Gibbons like the plague and avoid them at all costs. Honestly, good for them.
Oh my god, he's bolting out of there.
Researchers basically blocked them from doing it. Also, any cheater can look loyal for the weeks or months the researchers spent watching them. So, Brian Balombit decided to study a Gibbon family for 6 years, and this time, instead of habituating themselves to just one pair, pretty much all the groups in the area were habituated, meaning they could truly study Gibbon free will. And when I tell you it was Real Housewives of Indonesia out there, I'm gonna tell you a story, but it will get messy, so I'm gonna need you to lock in or you will get lost.
Alright, I'm locking in. I love me some messy tea, some messy drama. No, wait, run back. Need to lock in.
Lock in or you will get lost. So it starts with two Gibbon families. Each one had a sub-adult, basically a teenager, and one had a teenage male and the other a teenage girl. And we're still talking about Gibbons. Both teenagers left their respective families, got together, and found a new territory to live in. And that's when stuff got weird. Because the teenage guy Gibbon also had two younger juvenile brothers, and for reasons beyond me, they moved in with Big Bro and his girl. To Palumbi, that was already cause to pause, but it got wicked once the adult male from the female Gibbon's original group, i.e. her father, disappeared. Because apparently a parent in past tense is a canon event. Well, with a sudden power vacuum, guess who filled in? Yeah, the same sub-adult male along with his baby brothers all moved into the female's group, and the teenager took his girl's dad's place. He then just moved back.
The teenager took her dad's place?
Brothers all moved into the female's group, and the teenager took his girl's dad's place. He then just moved back and forth between the two spots, meaning Mans was monkey branching from his original girl to her mother, and in what's a lot more common than you.
What?
Mans was monkey branching from his original girl to her mother, and
wait, I'm a bit confused. Are we talking about his brothers taking her dad's place, or are we talking about her husband taking the dad's place? Because from that last statement, it seems like her husband went and is now with her mother as well. What the hell what are we listening to? I'm confused. What? We need to lock in more. We need to lock in more. Wait, I need to run it back because I'm lost.
Sudden power vacuum, guess who filled in? Yeah, the same subadult male along with his baby brothers all moved into the female's group, and the teenager took his girl's dad's place. He then just
his girl's dad's place, okay?
Moved back and forth between the two spots, meaning Mans was
oh my gosh, so it was her man's
mother. And in what's a lot more common
oh
than
hell
think, the
no
mother and daughter had serious beef. When things finally got too hot and the male had to pick a side, he chose the mother and fully
no 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 no, you're insane. He's insane. What nah, that's crazy. It looks like I'm closing my mouth, but I'm just like, I literally am covering my mouth because like I'm so shocked right now. My jaw is on the floor. That is crazy.
He moved in. The mom would have the baby that was likely fathered by her daughter.
And she had a baby. So that's her half brother and half son. No, wait. So that would make it, that's her half brother because that's her mom. But since it's her husband, she would be, that's a step half brother. No, that's her stepson, but also her half brother. Yeah. That is insane. What is going on? No, but he's not just a stepson because he's also her half brother. They have the same mom. But the dad is both her husband and her mom's man. Well, I guess he left her for her mom, which is crazy too. But her ex-man is her. Oh my god, this is crazy.
Daughter's ex. As for the subadult daughter, that was the last time Colombit saw her. If there's a moral in this story, one way or another,
she was heartbroken.
Find a way to swing. There was also that time one in the Kujukushima Zoo in Nagasaki had people questioning everything after 12-year-old Momo got pregnant while being housed with exactly 0 men. They thought it was Immaculate Conception. Folks thought she spawned Gibbon Jesus, until they did a DNA test and found the father was 34-year-old Ito, who thankfully was also a Gibbon. They still had
thankfully,
no idea
I was like, wait, don't tell me that's
okay. They found a 9mm hole in a steel plate between enclosures. That's 9mm. He really wanted that glory. The whole time we called him lesser.
I'm not even gonna comment on. I'm not even gonna. You know what? I'm not even gonna comment or question this.
When really we're not that much better than Gibbons. I don't care what the literature says. They're great to me, especially since we've probably done Gibbons dirtier than any other ape. Remember Kalia? Well, not only did she lose her family, but after a kid taunted her with a slingshot and she finally bit back, the boy's father came after her with a shovel and she lost her life. This kind of thing actually happens a lot to Gibbons. Not only do they get their homes knocked down and trees removed,
bro, get your kids in order.
It's to the point where virtually every Gibbon is flirting with extinction. In fact, some like the hyena might as well be in bed with it. I don't like ending the video like this, but I feel like Gibbons being so overlooked makes it that much easier for the atrocities against them to get
why
buried.
You got a chain
and if we don't
around
lock in
it?
and spread the word, nature's one-man comedy special will be canceled in our lifetime. But then again, does it not make sense for the comic relief to have the most tragic backstory? At the end of the day, Gibbons proved that you might not be a great ape, but you're still a great ape. But anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. Make sure you drink water, hug your mother, support your local Gibbons, and one last thing
hug your mom.
But this is important. Always remember to
the sounds. Thanks for watching. Oh wait, there's more. Look at him. Is he gonna talk?
Okay, fine. I'll do the thing, right? And I'll see y'all in the next one.
Thank you. This is the funniest animal on earth, and it was lesser great apes, which also is a gibbon in this case. It was about gibbons specifically. Mentioned a lot of gibbons at the end. I don't remember a single name of their kind, but they all looked cute and funny also. The first one was the one that made sound. I think that one was super cool. And then the second one was the one with the The white sides on the face. Is it called white face gibbon? I think he said. But yeah, the one that was very interesting was the one that turned like changed colors. It was like they're all born white, but then they turn black when they're adults or something. But the female ones like turn back to white from my understanding. Do correct me down in the comments if I'm wrong. But super interesting. I also didn't know that apes and monkeys are two different things. So please someone explain to me or direct me to another video that could explain this, because this is news to me. This is new knowledge. This is also bizarre to me. I had no knowledge of this. But a really informative video, really fun video. Really enjoyed all the clips. The last drama between those two Gibbon families, that was insane. Reality TV could never deliver this level of messy tea, but I was like, whoa, that is crazy. They need a show like this, IRL of humans. They really do. But I really did enjoy this video. If you also did enjoy my video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, YouTube!